So Prince Harry and Meghan have been in Vancouver for the Invictus Games. However, Meghan has flown back to California yesterday, leaving Harry alone. She hasn't chosen to stay to support him the entire time.
Well, I think that um, probably the reason that she went back was to be with the children because when we have seen occasional clips of them with their children, they obviously take that very seriously. And she had been away for what, 4 or 5 days. So I would think that's the main reason why she's gone back. Secondly, of course, I think it's very important that Prince Harry should be concentrating on the participants of the Invictus Games and supporting them. And it's a much better look for the games to have him there on his own, rather than it being a sort of Meghan Markle show, which it has been to some extent at the beginning. So I think that's really what it's about.
And do you think it's telling the fact that the pair have been apart, so on Valentine's Day, the most romantic day of the year, they'll be apart. He chose to spend his birthday apart from her.
Some people take St. Valentine's Day very seriously and other people don't. Certainly people take birthdays seriously very usually, but I think probably, to be fair to them, it's a priority of the children, really, that the reason that she's gone back. And the fact that the Invictus Games happens to coincide with St. Valentine's Day is, I see, unfortunate. But I don't read anything into it particularly. But having said that, of course, um, in recent months, we have seen times when he has gone off to do things, the things for which he was particularly well trained on his own. And usually, in my view, they work better when he does that than when she is around. Because when we saw earlier in the week, I mean, she sort of took the whole thing over. It became the Meghan Markle show. It became a sort of like an Oscar speech. We were sort of asked to hold our breath because she was going to introduce somebody to us, and we all knew perfectly well who it was. And I think I personally, think that was a pity because I think the Invictus Games is a fantastic achievement, and it's a wonderful thing for the participants, and it should really be focused on the participants, and and then to some extent on Prince Harry as their instigator and patron, and not at all on Meghan Markle. The other thing that I've been saying a lot is that, that they are in this sort of celebrity world, and the celebrity world needs to always reinvent itself the whole time. And, I think that they've worked out that slagging off the royal family has not been particularly popular, certainly extremely unpopular over here. Um, as I say, he is good at mixing with the participants of Invictus Games. He's very good with children. He's very good on sort of what you might call sort of royal duties for which he's been trained. I mean, he really engages with them, and he looks very happy when he's doing it. She is much more, uh, you know. I suppose red carpet, the sort of Hollywood type appearances. And that's what we saw a little bit of at the beginning of the week, which I thought was rather unattractive. Um, but I don't know that it necessarily shows that there's anything particularly going wrong. I mean, there could be, but I don't necessarily see that, to be absolutely honest. On this occasion, I think it's much more. She'd be very criticised if she stayed the whole sort of 9 days away from her children because they would miss her, and they young children need their mother around. So I think that's very important.
So basically, that was the son's Hugo Vickers insinuating or basically saying that Harry should actually be glad Meghan left the Invictus Games to be back with the kids. So, hi guys, welcome back to Trend Talks. I'm Miraj, and of course, this is the channel where we talk about all trending topics and subjects, whatever, from all over the world. So, as always, remember to comment, to like, to share, to subscribe. Before we even continue, thank you guys so much for the 118 subscribers that I have so far. I appreciate each and every one of you. Tell a friend to continue subscribing so that we can grow our YouTube channel. So that's Hugo Vickers, and as always, he's a royal expert. He thinks he knows a lot about people and how they should handle things. In short, he just is opinionated. He thinks, and since he thinks he's entitled to have an opinion, well, I have an opinion as well, Hugo Vickers. I do have an opinion. So Hugo Vickers claims that that Harry should be glad that Meghan Markle left. So basically, he thinks that when Meghan Markle is at the Invictus Games, right, all attention is on her and not on the participants or any person that's taking part in the games. That's basically what Hugo Vickers is insinuating or is saying. And that's upsetting to me as a huge fan of Meghan and Harry. It's really, really upsetting. And I have an opinion as well, Hugo Vickers. So here's the thing. We've seen how supportive Meghan has been at the Invictus Games. And it's amazing, when she's there, there's a lot of attention for the games. She brings that publicity, the Invictus Games publicity, to the media, being there. And it's sad that, despite her being there, interacting with fans, supporting fans, cheering on fans, that Hugo Vickers has the audacity to say that Harry should be glad. Do you not know these two are married, that they are a team? And of course, Harry was extremely happy to have Meghan Markle there. That is his wife. And Meghan Markle, I know, is just as passionate as Harry is towards the Invictus Games. And she was there front, back, and center to support his husband, because she knows how important the Invictus Games are to Harry. So, here's the thing. So Hugo Vickers was like, Meghan Markle flew back to California, that she hasn't chosen to stay to support him the entire time. I don't think Meghan Markle has not supported Harry from what we've seen. From what tabloids I've seen, maybe it's quite the opposite, but from what I've seen and other millions and millions of people I've seen, this woman was very supportive. She was there. And yes, she was there for 5 days. 5 days to support Harry. Listen, sometimes Meghan can come during the opening ceremony, the first 5 days, or the last 5 days, depending on her schedule. This time it fell during the Valentine's, and she is back in California. And sources even say that she was meant to be there for 5 days, and then she flew back to be with Archie and Lilibet. Rightfully so. She's a mom. That's her first job. And aside from that, she also has a packed schedule. We forget that this is a hard-working woman, an independent woman. She has projects coming up. Her show, Meghan with Love on Netflix, is about to come in a few weeks. It's premiering in March. So I'm sure she's working on that. It's not that she just left and she chose not to be there. I think they had agreed, I'm going to be here for 5 days, then I'm going to be back and stay with the kids. And when she was there, we saw so much that was happening, that we saw how much she was supporting, Prince Harry. We saw how and even participants loved having Meghan there. And it's crazy because ITV had secured partnership with Invictus Games to air all this up. But as well as they stroking William's ego, they sabotaged the Invictus Games by, delaying to air the show or blaming time zones, the difference in time zones. You should have broadcasted this so that you guys at least get to see how incredible this woman was when it came to supporting her husband. So here's the thing. According to Hugo Vickers, he thinks it's much better to have Harry at the Invictus Games than have Meghan Markle there. I think it's amazing to have both of them there. Each and every one of both the founder, they're both incredible. And listen, whether you like it or not, Meghan brought so much publicity towards the Invictus Game. A lot of people, she was there, and as much as the UK media were trying so hard or were obsessing so hard about her, saying, oh, she's there, so she's taking attention away from the participants. or she's there, she's putting herself front and center in Harry's everything. No, she was just supporting. Like most wives are towards their husbands, or husbands are towards their wives, rightfully so. So I think they both need to be there. It's just like, oh, they're a team. And she showed up. She played her part well. She did great. We could see the love. We got to see just how incredible they are. And how she's also invested in the Invictus Games. And listen, side note, Meghan, now that Meghan is back, we are not getting so much, about the Invictus Games. Not listen, we're still getting coverage, but when she was there, it was another thing. And that's why right now you have articles like, oh, Meghan flew, it's like wasting money by flying. She flew private, in a jet, $30,000, because they have nothing else to say. But with Meghan, it's like Meghan is at the Invictus Game, at the Invictus Game. Meghan is doing this at the Invictus Game. So that is good publicity for the games. And that's something that should be celebrated and not frowned upon just because she's there. So he also said that Harry works better, so stays focused when he's alone than when Meghan is there. That even during the few days she was there, it became a Meghan Markle show. She took charge. Hugo Vickers, I think we both see things differently, clearly. That's why you think you're entitled to an opinion. It was not a Meghan Markle show. UK media made it a Meghan Markle show. I think, for me and a lot of people were literally, we saw something different. You guys made it about Meghan Markle. You made it a show. You were the ones obsessing over her being there. Meghan did not tell you, oh, do this. Oh, cameras zoom on me. Oh, I'm doing this. No, you guys made it. She's having a kiss. Oh, why is she holding Harry? Why are they kissing? Oh, you guys are the one who are focus on that. Why can't you focus on the participants? Why can't you focus on the games? Why can't you focus on what matters? You keep saying, oh, Meghan is taking away from the games. She's putting herself in Harry's things. She's putting this and this. But what are you guys doing? You are the people who are supposed to be bringing more attention to the participants. Stop obsessing about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Talk about the sports. Tell their stories. Air the broadcast, the ceremony or the highlights as you guys claimed. You are the ones who make it a Meghan Markle show. He did not ask you guys to do that. You are obsessed with her. Then blame her for you being obsessed with her. And that's just hypocritical. If you are going to blame Meghan Markle for being, the center of attention, then why you are, which is funny because they are also focused on Meghan. Why can't you guys all focus on something else? It's easy. So Hugo claims that Harry and Meghan Markle are basically using the Invictus Games to be more popular than the royal family. Listen, facts on facts, they're more popular than the royal family. Every single time, they're the most popular royal people in the world. Harry, Meghan. You don't see Kate, William. And when you hear about William, it's bad press, and immediately it's redacted. All those articles are redacted because they know, what? Striking his ego. They do so much protecting William when we all know he's terrible. But if we were to, Harry and Meghan are so famous than King Charles himself, and that's fact. And I think they don't like the fact that Harry has so much, Harry and Meghan are this big, they're more famous than them. And that's why every time something like the Invictus Games happen, or they try to do something else to steer people away from watching the Invictus Games, we also saw that the king could care. He didn't even send like a support message to Team UK at the Invictus Game. That just tells you he does not care about his veterans who put their lives front, fight for their country, put their lives at risk for their country. He just told the world he could care less. I mean, are we surprised? He could not protect Harry. He could not even protect his own grandkids. And we expect him to do what? So yes, They're more famous than you guys, and I don't think they're even trying to play, you know, this contest of popularity with you guys. They don't have time for that. If they had it any other way, they will just like to live normal lives. But since the media has made it their life job to just tear them down every single minute they get, so trust me, Hugo Vickers, these two are incredible together. They bring out the best in each other. Like as Harry has mentioned so many times, they are so much strong together. They work well together. And Meghan was there. Despite her knowing, you know, the minute she shows up, it's going to be bad. The media is going to tear her down, to nitpicking on each and everything she's going to do. She showed up. And she was like, I don't care. And I love that these days they could care less about the media. They do their own thing. It's like, we are done. Say whatever you want to say. But at the end of the day, we love each other. We are stronger together. We support each other. And that's all that matters. So these two are great together, Hugo Vickers. No one cares about your opinion. No one cares if you think, oh, Harry works this and this. Harry will tell you himself that he was really happy that Meghan Markle was there. He actually said that when he had an exclusive interview with People magazine. He was so happy that Meghan Markle was there to support, you know, him. And I know it meant so much to him that Meghan Markle is just as interested as he is in the Invictus Games, and that just speaks volumes. So these two are great together. They're powerful together. Whether we like it or not, they're here to stay, and they're going to keep thriving, and we want that for them. I want that for them. So regardless of what Hugo Vickers thinks, that's his opinion. At the end of the day, we know these two are incredible, and they've changed the world, and they've done so many things for people, more than King Charles, Kate, and Williams will ever do. And if you know, tables were to be reversed, these two will not even walk a minute in Meghan and Harry's shoes. They could not, you know, bear a fraction of what these two go through, what the media puts this through. This to him. Oh my God. I just shrugged. Oh my God. This two. Oh my God, that was so hard. These two together. Oh my God. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you. So grateful. And as always, remember to comment, to like, to share. And of course, tell me what your thoughts. What do you think about these sentiments or these opinions or whatever from Hugo Vickers? Leave a comment below and let me know. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.